Hello, collector friends. Jeff with Houston Militaria, here with you on a little bit different video today. One of my previous videos kind of gave me an idea. I started reading some of the comments, and I really enjoyed it. Several of you had commented on some of your experience with 1911s during your service in the U.S. military, whether it be Army, Navy, Marine Corps, even Air Force. And I really enjoyed the comments, and I wanted to kind of make a video with something to talk about, which we have in front of us, a very nice Colt, World War II, all correct, Colt 1911. But while I wanted to talk about this piece in front of us, I also wanted to open this video up, open the comment section up for you guys to share your stories. I'll get a little bit more into that a little later on. We're going to run through this pistol real quick, hoping to keep this video relatively short and get you guys to come in and start a good conversation. I like to hear the stories. So before I get too much more in the weeds on that, let's go ahead and talk about the pistol in front of us today. Real quick, like I've been doing on my videos, this pistol is not for sale. I don't have anything on the video for sale. This is for historical purposes only. Got that out of the way. All right, so this is my one Colt 1911, okay? This one actually previously came from my father's collection, and before him, we picked it up at a show probably in the early 2000s, late 90s. It was supposed to be, our really nice Colt 1911. This was way before the CMP started coming out with their stuff where you could, get them from those folks. And so this was the only way you could find a nice Colt 1911 was to, source it from a show, from a private collector or something of that nature. So I remember back then when my dad got this, it was from one of our, friends that has since passed, Mr. Akers. And he was a good solid guy and knew his stuff. And thankfully, all the things that we got from him has kind of stood the test of time of, hey, me expanding my knowledge, buying books, research books, posting things on the forums, just doing this for a really long time. And again, this one stood the test of time. What you have in front of us right here, right now, is a mid-war, early to mid-war Colt 1911. And it does have a serial numbered slide to frame, which is, something that I did enjoy and I do value. Nothing to knock the later Colts, but for me, especially I'm kind of big into the Lugers myself, the German Lugers. It is nice to have something that's all matching, all correct, and been together, since it was produced and since it was used back probably during World War II and beyond. So as you can probably see through the video right here, and again, like I always say, I'm going to post high resolution pictures to my Facebook page. So if you can't see it very well, watch it on your phone, watch it on your TV, that's fine. Just click over to my Facebook page. I'll have a link in the description of this video. But you can see on here, they call the dip line, all right, where you have a little bit of a coloration variance right here from the front of the slide and frame onto the back. Something you really like to see, typically indicative of a Colt 1911, at least it's been Parkerized, that hasn't been reworked or refinished, okay? As we pick this guy up and turn it around, as you can see, it is just, it's really nice condition. In hand, you can see a little bit of high edge wear, but it is all correct. It has a correct Colt grips on it. It has all correct Colt parts, correct barrel. I believe it's a high standard, possibly. If I'm getting that wrong, I've been through it and I've used the books. It's all correct. Again, I'm trying to go from total recall here. I wasn't planning on taking this apart right here for us. So I'll get you a couple of little close-ups of it. Again, you can see some high point or high edge wear. This thing has seen some use. But it's a good solid piece, something to kind of help us talk about the topic that we're going to talk about today, which is you guys. So this is my Colt, my good collector's piece. I do have my piece that I got from the CMP as well, but this one, has been in the collection, been in the family for quite a while, and something that I don't plan on ever getting rid of. Maybe one day I'll be passing it on myself. But again, this piece was in front of us just to kind of go through it real quick. There's no paperwork behind it. There's nobody that I know of that was famous or anything that used this. It's just a good, solid Colt made Colt 1911. And that brings us to the topic that I kind of want to talk to you guys about today, which is, guys, at the end of the day, I'm a huge history nerd. I'm a huge history buff. I love to hear stories. They don't have to be, Audie Murphy. I mean, of course, Audie Murphy is one of my favorite persons, characters, whatever you want to call him, heroes from history. When I was asked in high school, if I could meet anyone from history and sit down and have a dinner with them, this was a paper I had to write when I was, I believe, in high school. And who would that person be? And I picked Audie Murphy. And so I love to hear good stories, stories of heroism, sacrifice, and all the rest. But while that being said, I still enjoy hearing stories of service, stories of your service. So with, me, I'm making this video right around the 4th of July, our America's 250, right? I would love to hear in the comments your stories with your Colt 1911s from when you were in the service. If you didn't get a chance to use the Colt 1911 while you were in the service, tell me what you think about it anyway. But for those of you that did serve, I've heard people all the way up to the Gulf War and even beyond. Some of the Special Forces units just didn't want to give them up. Tell me about when you used it. What was your experience? Did you have a unit that you had 15, 20 of them in the armory, and of those 15 or 20, maybe 5 were good functioning pistols that could help you pass quals? Did you have one that was just mint, never been used, and you couldn't believe that you got so lucky? Again, whatever the story is, talk about it. Tell me about it in the comment section. I saw, again, the other 1911 video that I did. There were several people that commented, and I really enjoyed hearing the stories. And I think some of the other folks in the comments also enjoyed that because they started following suit. They started sharing that. So I wanted to make this video again to just kind of cursory go through the pistol right here in front of me and tell you a little bit about my backstory with this pistol. But guys, you tell me about yours. If you remember what make it was. It was a Remington Rand, Ithaca, a Colt, what have you. Tell me about it. Tell us about it. Let's talk. Again, this is kind of an experiment. I haven't done a video like this where I'm just really soliciting more of your advice, your history, and your experience. But I mean, hey, again, I've talked about it in my other videos. I try to, I guess, be as humble as I can. I'm not trying to make this all about me. I'm trying to teach you guys, and then I like learning from y'all as well. So again, share your stories. Tell, you don't have to go into specifics. You don't have to use, even your specific unit, maybe just a time frame, and just, if you have a good story, share it. And I know all of us will appreciate it. I know I will, and if nobody else does, but I'm sure there's going to be a few. We have, quite a few followers now, so I think we'll have some good story time. But again, we'll see how it goes. Guys, this is Jeff with Houston Militaria. I guess I'll see you in the comments.